Buenos días a todos los amigos de este Congreso del Partido Popular Europeo. Estamos aquí para defender Europa y nuestros valores, pero también para hacer más, para ir adelante. Porque nosotros no podemos defender el status quo. Hay que ser el partido que hace reformas, que cambia Europa, pero una Europa más fuerte. Lo que pasó hace 2 días en España, en Portugal, en Francia, es un mensaje muy claro. Querida Úrsula, querido Manfred, querido Alberto, es un mensaje que anda en la misma dirección de lo que está haciendo el Partido Popular en favor de más seguridad en Europa. Lo que pasó es muy claro. Nosotros somos frágiles y si no hacemos más para proteger toda Europa, vamos a perder. A mí me gusta una Europa más fuerte, capaz de proteger los ciudadanos. Y si no hay una defensa fuerte, si no hay seguridad fuerte, el proyecto europeo, y nosotros compartimos la estrategia en favor de una defensa europea. Pero defensa no es solamente hacer la guerra. La defensa es en contra de la guerra, pero defensa es también seguridad, infraestructuras, en bloque en contra de los ataques cyber que hacen los rusos, que hacen los otros. Esta es seguridad. Y hay que hacer más, hay que gastar más dinero para defender nosotros, desde Ucrania hasta el Portugal. Toda Europa junta. For this, dear friends, I think we need to do more. We need to invest more. Italy will invest more. We will achieve the 2% of our GDP, and we will present our goal in the next NATO summit, and we are ready for doing more. Also, the funeral of the Pope, Francis, has been a clear message. For organize this funeral, we worked hard, but with our Air Force, with our Army, with our police, it's also this is security. Without security, it's impossible to organize everything. It's impossible. For this, I think we need to explain to our public opinion what we need to do for Europe. Because we need also to send clear messages. The fight today is between democracies and autocracies. We are part of democracies because we back the values of democracy. Rule of law, first of all. Democracy, of course. The right of the citizens. For this, we need to do more also at European level. I think we need to organize a civil revolution in Europe for a strongest Europe, not against the member state, but respecting our European values, the Christian values. First of all, the subsidiarity. We need the strongest Europe against illegal immigration. Thank you, Ursula, for your engagement on this. We need to protect our borders. I'm not against legal immigration. We need to fight, but we need to fight against the human traffickers, and they are the same as drug traffickers and the weapons traffickers. But we need to do more, as I said during my first speech on industrial policy. We need to complete the internal market. We need also to have more power for the President of the Commission. My idea is to have only one President, the President of the Commission and President of the Council. Because we need to do more, we need to be more active. If we want to stop the populism coming from the extreme right, from the extreme left, we need to be protagonists. The EPP will be the protagonist in the next 2-3 years. We need to change also the rules of the European Parliament. We need more power for the European Parliament. We need the Parliament closer to the citizens. This is very important for us. And then, my friends, we need to reduce the bureaucracy, and we need less rules, less rules. Too much rules is not the message on more Europe. Too much rules is a message this Europe is not very strong, because we need to do more for the most important issues and not for the small problems. For this, Ursula, we believe in you. We believe in this new European Commission with 14 more the President, people coming from European People Party. We are the first party in the European Parliament. And we need to use our power. We need to respect the vote of the European citizens. Also on foreign policy. We need to talk with the Americans. I am a strong supporter of the transatlantic relations, but we are friends. We need to do more inside NATO. We need to strengthen the second pillar of NATO. We need to talk on the tariffs. We need to talk. A civil war on the tariffs should be a disaster for both. I am against the new tariffs. This is not good for our companies. Europe is an industrial country. Trade for my country is crucial. 40% of our GDP is coming from trade. For this, we need to achieve an agreement. But we need to be able for a good agreement. My goal is to have a big market, free market, Europe and America. Zero tariffs, zero tariffs. For this, I totally agree with you, Ursula, on this. Zero tariff, zero tariff. Italy will work for achieving this goal, never alone, but every time with the European Union, with you, with Maroš Šefčovič. We are Europeans, we are part of the European Union, and we want to work only with Europe, because the agreement is an agreement between Europe and America, not state by state. Also, on Ukraine, we are supporting hard this country because we want to respect the international law. We want to respect the freedom of this country. We want Ukraine part of the European Union, and Italy will do its best for achieving this goal in short term, with also supporting hard the Western Balkan countries, also Moldova. We need to protect all this country. Should be a big mistake to lose Western Balkans, Ukraine and Moldova. Of course, we need to achieve peace. We want a ceasefire. I don't believe in these 3 days. It's not a good answer. I support the Trump position for achieving good results, but as I said, the Pope John Paul II, we don't have peace without justice. And peace is not a defeat of Ukraine. We need to protect the integrity of Ukraine. We need to help our friends for achieving a good agreement, I hope, before this end. In this time, we will work for peace. But also in the Middle East, we need more Europe. To lose the Middle East, and to also Africa. We need to talk more on Africa. We need more Europe, because today there is Russia, China and Iran working hard in Africa. They are doing the same in South America. We need to protect our interests and to defend the democracies everywhere, Africa and South America too. This is our job. Strong support of the reforms and very active in the foreign affairs. Everywhere. We need more Europe, not only because we want to be a strong country, and we need to be strong only if we are together, if you are united. If we are divided, we will lose every game in the world. It's impossible to compete as Italy, as Germany, as France, as Finland, with America, with Russia, with India, with Africa. This is a problem. If we want to compete, if we want to be protagonists, we need to be united as Europe. For this, we need to change. We need the strongest Europe. I believe in this strategy. But, in conclusion, dear friends, I think in the same time to fight on politics, but also to fight in defense of our values. Never forget, we are Christians. I am proud to be Christian, because to be Christian is not only a religion, it's a model of life. It's a model of life. To fight in defense of the freedom, of the subsidiarity, of the citizens. This is our heritage. The European heritage is a Christian heritage. Of course, we are in favor of the interreligious dialogue, but we are Christians. We need to be proud. Je le dis en français à l'occasion de notre congrès. On ne peut pas renoncer à notre identité en disant qu'il faut être flexible. Mais si nous voulons être respectés, il faut que nous respectons nous-mêmes tout de suite. Tout d'abord, respecter nous-mêmes et après respecter les autres, si nous voulons être respectés par les autres. Un parti qui n'a pas le courage de défendre son identité est un parti qui ne va pas gagner le match. Et nous voulons gagner les matchs. Parce que notre force, bien sûr, sont nos têtes, notre travail, mais surtout nos valeurs. Parce que si nous nous battons pour nos valeurs, nous aurons toujours plus de force pour gagner. On va reculer jamais si on défend les valeurs. Voilà pourquoi le PPE est un parti avec des valeurs. Voilà pourquoi nous ferons tout ce qui est en tant qu'Italienne, dans nos pouvoirs, pour défendre les valeurs, pour avoir une Europe protagoniste, pour avoir un PPE protagoniste dans l'avenir. Surtout, il faut le dire dans ces jours, pour défendre aussi l'Ukraine dans ces moments compliqués, pour essayer d'arriver au cessez-le-feu et après la paix. Slava Ukraine, vive l'Europe, vive les partis populaires européens.